In this video, we'll be evaluating an exponential function that models a real-world situation. So for problem number one, we've got the dollar value, v of t, of a certain car model that is t years old is given by the following exponential function. V of t is equal to 18,500 times 0.90 to the t. Okay, so this is looks like a 10% decrease per year. So find the value of the car after 4 years and then also after 13 years and round to the nearest dollar if necessary. Okay, so to find the 4 years and the 13 years, we're simply going to take those numbers and plug them in place of t and then put them in a calculator and get our answer. So for 4 years, I'll do v of 4, which is going to be 18,500 times 0.90 to the 4. Okay, and for 13 years, I'll do v of 13, which is 18,500 times 0.90 to the 13. Okay, so I'm going to go to my calculator, type it in. There we go. Okay, so I've typed in the equation. All I need to do now is type in the number. So I will type in a 4. There we go, and hit enter. And I have the first answer, 12,100, and it said round to the nearest dollar. So I'm going to round this up since this is 85 cents. So 12,138 will be the first answer. $12,138. Okay, and then for the other one, I can type it in again. Yeah, on this calculator, you can actually hit second and enter, and it'll pop up the last thing. So you can go here and change that 4 to a 13. And there we go. So this one we will not be rounding up because it's just a 4 here. So it'll be 4,702. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. The radioactive substance cesium-137 has a half-life of 30 years. The amount A of t in grams of the sample of cesium-137 remaining after t years is given by this exponential function. So 862, and then 1/2, which is for half-life, and then t over 30. Okay, so find the initial amount in the sample, and then find the amount remaining after, I think that was supposed to be 100 years. T equals 100. So let's say that was 100 years. Okay, so first of all, the initial amount, that means that's a time t equals 0. That's before any time has expired, so t is equal to 0. And then after that, after the 100 years, we will have t equals 100. Okay, so for this one, I'll do A of 0 equals 862 times 1/2 to the 0 over 30. Okay, and then for the other one, A of 100 equals 862 times 1/2 to the 100 over 30. Okay, so for this one, we can do it without a calculator because 0 over 30 is going to be 0. Okay, so it'll be 862 times 1/2 to the 0 power. And anything to the 0 power turns into a 1, so this thing turns into a 1. It'll be 862 times 1, which is 862. And a rule of thumb is that when you have exponential equations like this number out front here is the original amount. Okay, the amount that you started at t is equal to 0. Okay, for the other one, I will go to the calculator and I will type this in. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. 862 times 1/2 to the power of, and let's see, that's 100 over 30. 100 over 30. Make sure the 100 and the 30 are both in the exponent. Okay, hit enter. And it says round to the nearest gram as necessary. This is going to round up. Okay, so that will be 86 because of the 0.5 here. So 86 grams. And this one was also grams up here. Just don't have room to write it. Okay, let's take a look at one more. If the rate of inflation excuse me, if the rate of inflation is 4.1% per year, the future price, P of t in dollars of a certain item, can be modeled by the following exponential function where t is the number of years from today. So here's our function, P of t is equal to 600 times 1.041. This number right here came from this 4.1%. So the 100% is this, and 0.41%, or 4.1% is 0.041. That's how you write that as a decimal. So that's where that number is coming from. And the 1 is coming from the 100%. So it's 100% plus 4.1%. Okay? So 2 questions. Find the current price and the price 8 years from today. So if you use what I just told you, you have exponential equations like this. We know that this is going to be our answer for the current price, right? The original price. But you can always just type it in if you want. So for the current price, I will have P of 0. That's no time has expired. 600 times 1.041 to the 0. And remember, anything to the 0 power turns into a 1. So that goes away. It's just 600 times 1, which is 600. Okay. So $600. Okay. And then after 8 years, we'll need to plug in an 8 into this equation. So P of 8 is equal to 600 times 1.041 to the power of 8. Okay, for this one, I need to go to the calculator and get an answer. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have 600 times 1.041 to the power of 8. Okay, and nearest dollar, right? So this one is not going to round up because it's just a 4 right there. So our answer will just be $827. And that's it.